All right, Jets fans, let's get it going here on our channel. We're going to break down some news and rumors momentarily, but we're not even to 500 subs yet. Our Jets YouTube channel here at Chat Sports, fewer subscribers than pretty much any other channel, including the Bengals one. Now, we didn't make a Jags, it's the Jags, but still, if you want free Jets videos, hit that big red button and subscribe right now. The hits just keep on coming for the New York Jets. More injury news, and, before we started filming, this is going to be good. Not so fast, says the NFL gods. According to Ian Rapoport, safety Marcus Maye, perhaps their, I would argue, second best defensive player behind Quinnen Williams. He's going to be out about 3 to 4 weeks with an ankle injury as the safety room in New York continues to be thinned out. Maye had been playing very well so far this year. 23 tackles, 2 for loss, a sack, a pass breakup. He is a good football player on a team that, as we've seen through 3 games, doesn't have a massive amount of currently good football players. It is a significant loss for a Jets team that is now down both of their starting safeties. Remember, LaMarcus Joyner, he's also on IR right now. So all of a sudden, the safety room thinned out, loses their best player. On the bright side, it appears some reinforcements are now set to return for New York. Ashtyn Davis, with the 3-week window now over, has returned to practice. Now, he doesn't technically have to be activated to the active roster for Week 4. The return to practice does open up the window, though, to get Davis back on the practice field and back to the active roster. He might be starting, and we'll see about Sharrod Neasman as well. He's also now off injured reserve, or at least practicing, I should say. He had a hamstring. I'll make note that Ashtyn Davis had a foot issue. So if Neasman and Davis can return, that does make things a little bit easier in terms of the safety position. A spot that has been decimated, hit so hard by injuries. LaMarcus Joyner already probably out for the year. Marcus Maye currently has not been placed on IR, but a 3 to 4 week timeline, I think you'll see him go on short-term injured reserve, then come back later on in the year. Leaves the Jets without, by far, their best back-end defensive player. All right, some more good news here. Jamison Crowder, it appears, is likely to make his season debut in Week 4 against the Tennessee Titans. Crowder has not played after he tested positive for COVID-19. Then he suffered a groin injury as well. So hopefully Crowder is back out there and could provide a nice little boost to a Jets offense that has really not been it so far through admittedly only 3 games in a new regime. Crowder last year with the Jets was a reliable slot receiver. I think that's something Zach Wilson could use. I like Braxton Berrios. He's fine. Hopefully Crowder, though, can become a better safety valve option for the New York Jets, given they don't really have great tight end play. Tyler Kroft, by the way, speaking of tight end play, returned to practice on Wednesday. He had a chest issue. I think he's going to be fine to play in Week 4. That's a nice boost there. And then more negative news, because we're going to do the old bad news, good news, bad news sandwich today, I guess. Elijah Moore did not practice on Wednesday. He is in the concussion protocol. I was hyped about Elijah Moore coming out of Ole Miss. I was going to thrive in New York, but we'll see if he was able to go. I think it's unlikely for Week 4. The Jets are a heavy underdog right now against Tennessee at home. It's a 7.5-point spread in favor of Tennessee. A very low over-under, just 44. Vegas not thinking the Jets are going to get their first win of the year. But what do you guys say? Get your votes in for me in the comments section. Type in NYJ for the Jets or type in TEN for Tennessee. I am once again asking every single Jets fan watching this video to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We've got news, rumors, updates, previews, recaps, everything you could want, all for free. All you have to do, folks, is hit that big red button. Take advantage. Do it for me right now. Let's talk Denzel Mims, as there's plenty of trade buzz and whispers, and even, I think, offers and calls being made by other NFL teams. Mims was inactive week 3 against the Denver Broncos. Not a great sign for a second-year receiver who, when he's been on the field, has shown flashes, but hasn't been on the field nearly enough to make a reliable impact. Mike Garafolo of NFL Network had this to say. Quote, as much as the Jets coaching staff is being a little hard on Mims right now, and they're not using him, the people in that organization, certainly Joe Douglas in the front office, still believe in Denzel Mims. They said, nope, he's not available via trade right now. We'll see what comes of Mims in the future. I like Denzel Mims a lot coming out of Baylor. He's had 3 snaps. One of them was a 40-yard catch. As bad as the Jets' offense has been passing game-wise, maybe they should try to utilize Mims a little bit more. Frankly, I'm a bit disappointed over the lack of usage from Denzel Mims. And I wonder if there's some disconnect between the front office, Joe Douglas and co., how they view Denzel Mims, and how the coaching staff, LaFleur and Saleh, view Denzel Mims as well in terms of where he's at as a reliable potential option at receiver. In 10 games... look, he hasn't been out there a ton, but 24 catches, 397. We've seen the occasional flash from Denzel Mims. It just has never been a consistent thing for the talented, but apparently in the doghouse maybe, wide receiver. Now, Robert Saleh said this last week about Denzel Mims. It's all the same. There's been no change here from the Jets coaching staff perspective. Quote, it's the same thing that we've talked about. When you're looking at your 4th or 5th wide receivers, you've got to be reliable in regards to multiple positions. You've got to be able to play special teams. And I guess that's the reality of the situation for Mims. He's behind Corey Davis, behind Elijah Moore. Crowder and Berrios are these teams' slot receivers, so there's 3 or 4 of your active guys, depending on who's healthy. Keelan Cole is ahead of Denzel Mims, and Jeff Smith, who, by the way, was in a car accident, by the way, so we'll see about his availability for week 4. He's been ahead of Denzel Mims, which I don't really get. I am of the mindset the Jets should simply keep Denzel Mims and use him. Play him over Keelan Cole. Get him on the field. Let's see what a young part of your offense can do, since hopefully he is part of your offense long term. But I want to hear from you guys. Should the Jets trade Denzel Mims? Type in T for trade or type in K for keep. Get your votes in the comment section right now.